5 healthy habits to quit after 60 that can secretly wreck your body. There's a dangerous myth that many people over 60 believe without question. Every day, millions of seniors diligently follow popular health advice, thinking they're securing a long, healthy future. But what if I told you that some of those healthy habits, the very ones you read about in magazines and hear about on the news, could actually be accelerating joint decay, tanking your metabolism, and even weakening your heart? Recent findings from geriatric specialists are stunning. Up to 40% of age-related health issues are worsened by well-intentioned but misguided lifestyle habits. And an estimated 95% of seniors have no idea that a habit they think is beneficial is silently working against them. One of these habits, the number one on our list, is linked to a 30% increase in falls and fractures, ironically, while trying to get stronger. You won't see this on the cover of a health magazine. Your fitness instructor might not know it, but the evidence is locked away in scientific journals. And today, we're bringing it into the light. In this video, the 5 healthy habits you need to question after 60, and the shocking truth about what they're doing to your body. Everything is backed by solid research, and you won't believe what we've placed at number 2. Before we start, tell us in the comments below. What's one health habit you swear by, and what country are you watching from? Do you ever wonder if some health advice is actually counterproductive? We're reading every single comment and sharing insights with our community. And please don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more myth-busting content like this. Now, let's get into the first habit, one that seems incredibly wise but could be setting you up for failure. Number 5. Avoiding all salt. It sounds like the pinnacle of responsible eating. We've all been told that cutting salt is essential for blood pressure and heart health. So millions of seniors diligently avoid the salt shaker, check labels, and opt for bland food, believing they're protecting their hearts. But here's the secret danger. For many people over 60, drastically cutting sodium can backfire, causing more harm than good. This advice is based on the idea that high sodium intake leads to hypertension, but in older adults, the body's fluid and electrolyte balance becomes far more delicate. Hyponatremia, a condition of dangerously low sodium in the blood, is a major risk. It can lead to confusion, dizziness, muscle weakness, and falls, the very things we try to avoid. Here's the problem. Studies show that for many seniors without pre-existing heart failure or kidney disease, a no-salt diet doesn't provide a significant benefit and can introduce new risks. A study in the Scandinavian Journal of Primary Health Care followed over 2,500 older adults and found that those with the lowest sodium levels had a higher mortality rate than those with moderate sodium intake. That's a shocking reversal of what we've been taught. Instead of protecting them, their extreme salt avoidance made them more vulnerable. Let me tell you about Arthur, a 78-year-old retired accountant who was terrified of high blood pressure. He ate a diet of plain steamed vegetables, unsalted chicken, and oatmeal with water. He was proud of his discipline, but he started feeling constantly weak and dizzy. One morning, he fainted in his kitchen. At the hospital, his blood pressure was fine, but his sodium levels were critically low. The fall was caused by hyponatremia. We put him on a moderated diet, allowing for a healthy amount of salt from whole foods and light seasoning. Within weeks, his dizziness vanished and his energy returned. A no-salt diet may seem smart, but for many seniors, a better option is avoiding processed foods high in unhealthy sodium while moderately salting home-cooked meals with mineral-rich salt. A 2021 study from the European Society of Cardiology confirmed that moderate sodium intake was the safest path for most people. Don't let the fear of salt lead you into a state of weakness and imbalance. But there's another healthy habit that can lead to something even worse: muscle loss and frailty. Let's cover that now. Number 4. Low-fat diets. For decades, we've been told that fat is the enemy. Seniors, worried about cholesterol and heart disease, dutifully switch to low-fat yogurt, skim milk, and skinless chicken breast. It seems like a foolproof strategy for a healthy heart. But here's the uncomfortable truth. For a body over 60, a low-fat diet can be a disaster for your brain, your hormones, and your overall strength. Dietary fats are essential for absorbing fat-soluble vitamins like vitamins D, E, and K, which are crucial for bone health, immune function, and cognitive sharpness. Furthermore, healthy fats are the building blocks for hormones, including testosterone and estrogen, which are vital for maintaining muscle mass and energy levels in both men and women. Once those hormones decline, it can trigger sarcopenia, age-related muscle wasting. In 2020, a study in the journal Nutrients reviewed the dietary patterns of over 4,000 adults over 60. They found a significant correlation between low-fat intake and reduced muscle strength and physical performance. 88% of the participants with the lowest strength scores also had the lowest intake of healthy fats. That means 9 out of 10 of the weakest individuals were starving their bodies of this essential nutrient. Take Eleanor, a 72-year-old former nurse who was a firm believer in low-fat eating. She avoided all oils, nuts, and ate only the leanest cuts of meat. But she felt perpetually tired and was losing muscle tone despite her daily walks. Her doctor noticed her cholesterol was fine, but her vitamin D levels were dangerously low, even with supplements. We explained that without dietary fat, her body couldn't absorb the vitamin D. We introduced healthy fats into her diet: avocados, olive oil, almonds, and fatty fish. 6 months later, her energy levels soared, her vitamin D was normal, and she had regained noticeable strength in her legs. The truth is, unless you have a specific medical condition that requires fat restriction, a diet rich in healthy, unprocessed fats is far more beneficial. A better first step is to eliminate trans fats and processed vegetable oils, not healthy fats, from whole foods. Now, get ready, because the next habit is something millions do every single day, thinking it's the key to fitness. Number 3. Long-duration cardio. It's the gold standard of senior fitness. Walking for an hour on the treadmill, long, slow sessions on the elliptical, or hours of leisurely cycling. The goal is to get your heart rate up and burn calories. But after 60, relying solely on long duration, low-intensity cardio can do more harm than good, especially for your metabolism and body composition. The problem is cortisol. Long cardio sessions can significantly elevate this stress hormone. Chronically high cortisol tells your body to store belly fat and, even worse, break down precious muscle tissue for energy. So while you think you're burning fat, you might actually be sacrificing the muscle that keeps your metabolism high and your body strong. Studies show that this is a real risk. A study from the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that while long cardio improves endurance, it does little to build or even maintain muscle mass in older adults. In some cases, it led to a decrease. This leads to a skinny fat physique, where an individual loses muscle and gains fat, particularly around the midsection, despite their weight staying stable. This body composition is linked to a higher risk of metabolic syndrome and insulin resistance. This happened to Robert, a 68-year-old who spent an hour every morning on a stationary bike. He was frustrated because he felt flabbier than ever, and his energy was low. His doctor said his numbers looked fine, but Robert knew something was wrong. We changed his routine completely. Instead of an hour of slow cycling, we had him do 20 minutes of interval training, alternating fast and slow paces, twice a week, and 2 sessions of resistance training with bands and light weights. He was exercising for less than half the time, but the results were dramatic. In 3 months, he'd lost belly fat, gained visible muscle in his arms and legs, and said he felt 20 years younger. If you're over 60, long cardio shouldn't be your primary form of exercise. A better option is a combination of resistance training to build muscle and high-intensity interval training, HIIT, to boost your metabolism and heart health in shorter, more effective bursts. These are safer, more efficient, and far less likely to leave you tired and hormonally stressed. Number 2. Drinking 8 glasses of water a day. No matter what, you've probably heard this advice 1,000 times. Drink 8 glasses of water a day. It's presented as a universal rule for health, flushing out toxins and keeping you hydrated. But this one-size-fits-all rule is not just outdated. It can be dangerous for people over 60. The risks go up with age. As we get older, our kidneys become less efficient at excreting excess water. Forcing down a prescribed amount of water without listening to your body can dilute your blood sodium levels, leading to the same dangerous hyponatremia we discussed earlier. Furthermore, conditions like congestive heart failure or kidney disease, which are more common in older adults, can be severely worsened by fluid overload. A 2018 study in the American Journal of Public Health analyzed over 1.5 million hospital admissions and found that hyponatremia was a leading cause of confusion, falls, and even death in patients over 65. The study noted that rigid hydration protocols were often to blame. The risk isn't just a number, it's a real threat. Even in healthy seniors, overhydrating can disrupt sleep due to frequent urination, nocturia, and place unnecessary strain on the heart and kidneys. Maria was a 75-year-old who carried a huge water bottle with her everywhere. She was proud that she always drank her required 8 glasses. But she complained of constant fatigue, headaches, and waking up 4 to 5 times a night to use the bathroom. Her doctor couldn't find anything wrong. When we reviewed her habits, we realized she was simply drinking too much water for her body size and activity level. We advised her to drink only when she was thirsty and to monitor the color of her urine. Pale yellow is ideal. She cut her intake by about half. Within a week, she was sleeping through the night, her headaches were gone, and her energy was back. The 8 glasses rule is a myth. The U.S. National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine now recommends that fluid intake should be individualized and come from beverages and foods. For most seniors, a much safer strategy is to drink to thirst. This simple, intuitive approach is far less likely to cause a dangerous electrolyte imbalance. And now we've reached the most common, most promoted, and potentially most harmful healthy habit for seniors. Number 1. Taking a daily multivitamin. Taking a daily multivitamin feels like the ultimate health insurance policy. It's a simple way to fill any nutritional gaps and ensure your body is getting everything it needs. But here's the shocking truth. For most seniors eating a reasonably balanced diet, a daily multivitamin is not just a waste of money. It can be harmful. These pills often contain high doses of certain fat-soluble vitamins, like vitamin A and vitamin E, which can build up to toxic levels in the body over time. For adults over 60, whose organ function may be declining, the risk is even higher. High doses of vitamin A have been linked to an increased risk of bone fractures, and high doses of vitamin E have been associated with an increased risk of prostate cancer and even stroke. The irony is that there is zero conclusive evidence that a standard multivitamin prevents chronic disease or extends life in the general population. A massive 2022 meta-analysis published in JAMA reviewed data from over 300,000 people and found no benefit from multivitamins in preventing heart disease, cancer, or death. What they did find was a risk of nutrient excess. That means one of the most popular health products in the world could be increasing your risk of the very diseases it's supposed to prevent. The multivitamin can also provide a false sense of security, making people think they can eat poorly because their bases are covered. Let me tell you about David, an 82-year-old who had been taking a popular silver multivitamin for 20 years. He came to us with persistent fatigue and bruising. His blood work showed abnormally high levels of iron, which can be toxic to the liver and heart. His multivitamin contained a high dose of iron, which is rarely needed by older men and can accumulate dangerously. We stopped the multivitamin and focused on a diet rich in whole foods. His iron levels normalized over 6 months, and his energy improved. Experts now advise that most seniors do not need a multivitamin. The American Academy of Family Physicians is clear. There's no proven benefit for most people and potential for harm. If there is a diagnosed deficiency, like low vitamin D or B12, then targeted supplementation makes sense. But taking a shotgun approach with a multivitamin is like trying to fix a single leaky pipe by flooding the entire house. You might hit the right spot, but you'll cause a lot of collateral damage. A safer, smarter approach is getting your nutrients from food. If you feel well, focus on a colorful diet with plenty of fruits, vegetables, and protein. Your time and money are too valuable to waste on a pill that could be doing more harm than good. So, there you have it. 5 habits that seem healthy but can secretly harm you, especially after 60. Modern health advice is powerful, but it's not always one size fits all. Sometimes doing less is more. Always ask, is this right for me at my age? If the answer is unclear, or if the habit isn't making you feel better, it may be time to reconsider. And remember, true health starts with listening to your own body's signals. Stay active, eat real food, sleep well, and choose your habits wisely. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you or someone you know ever quit a healthy habit and actually felt better? What was it? Share your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We'd love to learn from you. Thanks for watching.